Timing is everything in fantasy football, and in this video, we are going to help you with just that for the 2025 season by highlighting 3 running backs that are poised to have breakout seasons and help you win your fantasy football leagues. What is up? Welcome to the channel. I am Ninja. He is Nick Holtz. Hit that thumbs up button. Drop your breakout running back candidate in the comments section below, and maybe hit that subscribe button if you're coming across the channel for the first time. Quick public service announcement off the top before we get into it. If you are looking for a new place to play daily fantasy football this year, may we suggest Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code UnderdogOS to receive $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Now, these bonuses do vary per state, so just make sure you're looking into that when signing up. Don't be that clueless guy in your draft and pass up on these breakout candidates if and when they fall into your lap. That's what we're going to help you with here today. Nick, get us started. Who's your first running back to keep an eye on?
So my first running back breakout candidate is the type of distressed asset I think you want to be targeting all over the place in fantasy drafts this year. It's going to be Pittsburgh Steelers running back Jaylen Warren. Now, Warren, I think, has a James White 2018 season potential this year with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. He's exactly the type of playmaker in the backfield who will thrive with Rodgers under center, checking to those sneaky screens and running plays at the right time. He could be a safety valve throughout the season for a Pittsburgh Steelers offense that honestly needs underneath targets to move the chains. Warren entered last season injured, guys, but after week 7, when he put those woes behind him, he had a soft tissue hamstring injury. He averaged 3.4 yards per contact per attempt. So that's a massive number that's up there with the elites. Rodgers targeted Breece Hall 76 times in 2024. So at minimum, Warren's going to be a PPR gem.
Yeah, fully agree with Warren here. And like you said, with Rodgers losing any and all mobility, you're right. Warren will get a ton of targets and become that PPR gem that you're referring to. And over at DraftKings, from a betting perspective at least, they've got Warren at 575.5 rushing yards in 2025. Tough schedule for Pittsburgh this season, I will say, but maybe that is just a bit too low. One thing I will add, though, do not sleep on Caleb Johnson either, who the Steelers drafted in the 3rd round out of Iowa. Lots of Lev Bell comps out there with this guy, but he is going to be a very good football player and could maybe even end the season as one of the guys we go back to when we talk about the steals of the draft. Absolutely love that pick from Pittsburgh. Who you got for number 2 here, Nick?
Number 2, I'm going with my guy, the Canadian running back Chase Brown of the Cincinnati Bengals. Brown averaged 23 touches per contest over the final 8 games after he disposed of Zach Moss as the starter. Moss got a little banged up the last season, and Brown took over for the explosive Bengals offense. He finished 5th in catches by a running back. He's a number 1 back in a top 5 offense with very little competition, guys. And you can acquire him outside of the top 10 running backs on draft day. I mean, I drafted Brown last year. He was a league winner when another one of my backs went down. He's currently being drafted as the running back 11 and should destroy last season's 1,350 total yards. I mean, the Bengals brought back both T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, so I think the sky's the limit for that offense overall. From week 8 on last year, there wasn't a single game in which he failed to record double-digit PPR points. And honestly, that's what you're looking for sometimes. I mean, we could all swing for the fences, but the upside is there with Brown this year. And honestly, the floor is very, very high. Over that stretch, over the final 10 games of last season, he was the running back 6. And I just love the price on Brown this year as well. I think he's set up for success this season.
Yeah, a little Canadian content here with Chase Brown, but I mean, an absolute beast, a monumental step up in production, of course, in year 2 when given the chance. It's hard to believe that there was a time when Zach Moss was RB1 there, when Chase Brown is in the mix. Hindsight is 2020, though. I'll tell you what, Nick, 875.5 rushing yards in 2025 for Chase Brown, either side minus 110 over at DraftKings. Really like the over there. As we said before, use code UnderdogOS to get your sign-up bonus for Underdog, or if you're looking For another DFS option, check out our reviews for DraftKings Pick 6 and DFS and Dabble in the description below. Who you got for number 3 here, Nick?
Number 3 is my favorite running back breakout of this season. I'm going with Bucky Irving of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, Bucky played under 65% of snaps last season, but came out well ahead of running mate Rachaad White. And with Liam Cohen gone, I think the Bucs need to lean on Irving even more this season. He somehow managed over 14 PPR points per game, regardless of any splitting touches in that backfield. And then across the final 8 games when he really took over, he put up 18.1 points per game. Now, this is a guy that only saw 15 plus touches in 10 games and 17 plus touches in 7. And I think that number goes way up in 2025. When you're playing, and especially when you're drafting for fantasy football, talent and opportunity are the name of the game. And Irving has oodles of both this season. In his 5 games last year, this is his rookie year, guys. With 5 games of more than 10 rushing attempts, he averaged 20.8 PPR points per game, 128.4 total yards per game, and 0.8 touchdowns. So I think we're set up for success there with at least 10 rushing attempts in the majority of football games the Buccaneers play this season. And Bucky Irving has got to be your running back breakout. His price has come up, and I understand that, but I think I'm willing to pay a premium for Irving in 2025.
So given the production we saw in year 1, and you see there his ADP is RB9, do you see this guy as like, I don't know, top 4, top 5 by season's end then?
I do. Honestly, I'd be much more willing to bet on the upside of Bucky Irving than on some of the older backs that are being drafted in that same realm. Some of the guys like a Jonathan Taylor, etc. in that range, like just those guys have injury concerns. And I mean, every player in fantasy football has injury concerns, but I really like the loaded upside with Bucky Irving. I mean, the Tampa Bay offensive line is still in good shape. You still have Baker Mayfield under center. They re-signed Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. So I think this is going to be another year of high-performing offense in Tampa Bay, and Bucky Irving's going to lead the charge.
Given that, over at DraftKings for 2025, just 1,025.5 rushing yards in 2025, over -115, under -105. If you're so inclined, certainly a guy that many will have a keen eye on in 2025. But there you have it. 3 running backs poised to have breakout seasons in 2025 and give your fantasy teams a bit of a boost. Nick, thank you so much.
Thank you.